Now, I think there's two great examples of durability being an incredibly important factor in a fight in Dragon Ball. The first one being Goku versus Broly. Now, he was getting an absolute beating from Broly, and
An ass whooping.
oh, an epic one, a legendary ass whooping. But his hyperbolic time chamber or spirit and time room training allowed his body to be durable enough to handle that immense amount of punishment and him still retain Super Saiyan. And we've seen them knocked out of Super Saiyan before.
Yeah, that's another problem with low toughness, we'll say, is, if you've got a glass jaw, it doesn't matter how much ki or how high of a state you've entered, if someone can get to you and hit you hard enough, your ass can still get knocked out. And all they have to do is survive being around you long enough.
Exactly. A character's durability, how tough they are, how many hits they can take, is a major factor. Just look at when Vegeta was holding off Kid Buu for Goku on the Kai planet. He took probably the most savage beating of his life. He was crawling out of craters again and again. The last time he got up actually seemed like it scared Kid Buu. A character made of pure chaos and evil. Vegeta was so durable, it actually freaked him out.
He was shocked, yeah. So Vegeta's probably the most tough character in Dragon Ball.
Oh yeah, and I think that's in part due to his gravity training that allowed him to increase his physical durability to such a high degree that even characters more powerful than him just can't beat him down. At least not right away.
And I would say he's probably, as far as the Saiyans go, he's been in more battles individually.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, even though Goku spent a long time in Dragon Ball fighting as a child, Vegeta saw far more combat than Goku ever has. He has more experience. He's been through more kinds of probably weird energy attacks from different races he's fought for Frieza. And
his body's been damaged in more ways than probably any character.
Oh yeah, and he's done way more gravity training than any of the other Saiyans.
So what's the difference between toughness and power level? And how do they relate?
Well, they do relate, but the big difference is you can be relatively physically weak and be able to concentrate a large amount of ki. A good example would be the special beam cannon Piccolo used against Raditz in terms of the ki. Because he's physically weaker than Raditz, but he's able to concentrate more ki than Raditz has. Now, if Raditz had probably done gravity training like Vegeta did, he may have been tough enough to handle that much more damage than power level he had. But because his durability was rather low compared to his power level, he couldn't handle much more. Whereas you see Gohan against Recoome massively more powerful than Gohan, but he could take hits that were way higher in power level than him, but because Piccolo trained him to be durable through all that sparring, it allowed him to absorb quite a bit of punishment, whereas if Raditz was in the same situation, he'd fold like a paper tiger.
Exactly. So what can be done with a very high power level but low physical toughness?
Well, a character with very high levels of ki, if they're talented enough like Goku is, not saying that he's undurable, I'm just saying that he's really good at manipulating his ki, as an example. And for that, you can look at examples of him being able to shoot Kai Blasts out of his feet, being able to summon Kai Blasts around his body at will.
Yeah, he's a master ki manipulator.
Yeah. And people with low physical durability can use ki shields to protect themselves from ki blasts. Whereas someone with a higher physical endurance can just tank that and use their ki for attacks. like Vegeta does.
Now, I wanted to say something about this whole channel being about theory, opinion, discussion, lively discussion, heated debate, what have you. Not instructional videos about the way we think Dragon Ball fucking is.
No, I think that's a dick move.
It's a dick move. We don't have all the knowledge of Dragon Ball. No one does, except Toriyama. And it changes minute to minute inside of his head. And I'm not going to pretend I know that.
Oh, hell no. All we know is what we've seen from the material that Toriyama has put out, and that's all we can comment on. And it's our opinions on it, our honest thoughts on the topic.
At the moment, that's just right now. Our thoughts might change.
Yeah.
After the video. So it's just about listening to somebody else's opinion, countering it with your own, the back and forth banter that we nerds love about Dragon Ball.
Yeah. Whether you agree with us, let us know why you agree with us, why you think we're right. If you disagree with us, let us know why you think we're wrong. That's part of why we're putting the videos out in the first place.
And if you can't have a laugh while doing it, what's the point?